Well, today is the first official day of summer, and it's also the official grand opening of the Northside branch.
All right, everybody, on the count of three. 1, 2, 3, cut the ribbon. All right, come on in, everybody. Come on in. Well, after a long wait in the Northside community, we are finally opening the new Northside branch to great acclaim from the community.
And it just is really inspiring to see how many people came out on such a hot summer day to welcome this new branch to the community.
The community is just thrilled. You see the response, the smiles on people's faces, the compliments that they're offering. The architects, the staff, they're just in love with this building, and it's what happens when a library system like Columbus Metropolitan opens up a new branch. This is the typical response in a city that is really full of library lovers.
I've already looked at there's a summer reading schedule, so it'd be really nice. I believe it's also open on Sundays. So, it's something that we can do with the family. We can come over to the library, we can easily walk over, just get the kids excited about reading.
We came to check the library out to see how it looks and how it's better than the old library. Like, it has a perfect area that you could be in here, like a quiet area where you could be by yourself, a teen section.
This library is so important to our community. This is a 21st century library. It has a beautiful children's area. It's certainly a place where individuals will be able to come to this library and look at ways to enhance their lives by getting amazing books, being able to find research, being able to use their computers to be able to look for jobs. And it's just a great new asset to our Columbus residents.
This area about 15 years ago looked entirely different, and now the library being right on High Street, which is a central artery in Columbus, I think it's just a fantastic visual representation of the way the community is transforming here.
I think we all know in the last 10 to 15 years the Short North and the University District has begun to transform. The artists were here first to reclaim it and to give it some new energy, and that's led to new residents and new development and people really flooding into this neighborhood. They are now coming into this jewel of a library.
This part of the city is really a critical link between the university, which is obviously a central hub of learning and knowledge, and the Short North, which is a central hub of arts and artistry. And then also there's the connection to Wineland Park. This is a neighborhood in transition, and we really think that by being a community centerpiece, we can bring artists and educators and community residents all together in one space so that we can all benefit from each other and the knowledge that we all bring to the table.
We also are right across the street from Wineland Park, and Wineland Park is a neighborhood where the kids need our help. They need the resources in the library, and I know as the children start to pour in, they're just going to marvel at this building. They're going to look around and they're going to see angles and ramps and glass and study rooms and books and technology, and they're going to see all of these things, and I've seen this before. There is a wow that comes over them, and they realize this is a really special place. The community has not only invested in a library, the community has invested in them. And I think that gives them hope, that gives them inspiration, and we say, hopefully, a foundation for a successful life.
We're just thrilled that the children's section is so large and inviting, and already kids are on the bus and playing with the letters and the screens, and you can see people are in the stacks, going to Annie Maud Cafe, where we have coffee drinks and many little snacks and stuff.
And if you don't like to walk a long ways to get where you're going, just step right off the bus and it's right across the street. Crosswalks, no problem. It's a wonderful place to go, a wonderful place to meet people, a wonderful place to take a little break from your day and educate yourself in the meantime.
The library relies on two sources of funding. What we get from the state of Ohio, which is called the Public Library Fund, is very critical to our existence. But we also have a local property tax levy, which we've had since the mid-1970s. The last time our community had an opportunity to vote when it was expiring was 2010. Now, if everyone thinks back to 2010, we were at the depths of the recession, wondering if we would even come out. Would the recession turn into a depression? It was that severe. So we had to go back to our voters at that time, and we had to ask for an increase because our state funding had been reduced, and the voters responded in an amazing way, a 2-to-1 margin of victory countywide.
I'm so thankful that our residents voted for our new library systems, and this is one of those new systems that will be a wonderful place for our children, adults, our seniors to be able to come to have great community space and to have access to lots of learning. So just very excited that we have this new library in our community.
And those are people who talk to the library and the library leaders and other staff members and say, we're going to vote for you. We have a vote of confidence for you. We believe in what you're doing. That's, for us, that is very inspirational. And so today, to see them come in, enjoy and love and see what is here and love this building, that's a great day. Even with those resources, the need for our building program was greater than what state funding and local levy funding could provide. So our library foundation stepped forward and said, we will help you raise $21.5 million.
The Columbus Metropolitan Library Foundation is supported by private individuals who really are inspired and passionate about this library system. And through their generous support, we have been able to transform 9 branches and the main library as part of the aspirational building program. So we raised $21.5 million through the support of private individuals in the community that helped to supplement all of the generous public funding that we received from the state and the city.
And today you see the results of those investments.
It has cool books, and I like to read new books here. And we have computer games that we play here, and we get to check out books that we could use for when we learn.
The library's been recognized through being the #1 urban library 3 times in a decade. We won the National Library of the Year in 2010. We won the National Medal from the Institute of Museum and Library Service in 2011. And Library Journal, which is our trade publication, they started a rating system for libraries to be either 3, 4, or 5 stars. We're the only urban library that have 5 stars the first 7 years of the rating. So if you put all of those together, no other urban library in the country has achieved all of that. So I think it's fair to say we must be one of the best urban libraries in the country. But that's due to great community support, community that uses its libraries in record numbers, and a passionate and dedicated staff that believe in excellent service and believe in the power of libraries to transform lives.